I forgive the mess, but this is a workshop situation. I'm Bruce Sexauer. It's my workshop, and I made this mess, by golly. Among other things, I made it building this guitar. This is a guitar I call Mulatta. This is a not quite Negra and not quite Blanca flamenco guitar. Also not quite clean, but that's alright. I made every part of it except for the strings and the fretwire. I carved the tuning pegs. As a traditional flamenco guitar, it has not got machine tuners. And it is actually a little bit of a presumption on my part to call it a flamenco guitar, because I am not trained as a flamenco guitar maker. This is a nice 2.5 pound, a little more than that, but not much, guitar. So it's light as flamenco guitars are supposed to be, and it has a low bridge as they are supposed to have, and a low action as they are supposed to have. But let's face it, I'm a steel string guitar maker. What do I know? What I do know for sure is I am loving this guitar. I play with a flat pick. I'm not a classical or flamenco guitar player. But I think this is a good guitar. I don't know. I don't know how it compares to any other guitar. I haven't actually played another nylon strung guitar since I made this, or its predecessor, the one I call the Blanca. So there are two of them. I've built 6 nylon string guitars in my career. The first one was, I'm going to say early 70s, probably 71 or 72. The last one before these was 2003, I think. So it's been a while. It's traditionally made, it's all hide glue. This particular guitar is Dalbergia tucarensis. That is sometimes called Honduran, sometimes Guatemalan, sometimes Panamanian, sometimes Belize, and sometimes Yucatan rosewood. This particular stuff probably came from Belize, and I bought it from Tim Mahoney at Handloggers Hardwoods nearly 40 years ago. I bought enough for about 125 guitars, and I have now built approximately 60 or 70 guitars from it, I figure. It's one of my very favorite woods. It's like cheating using it, I like to say, because it always builds a live guitar, and this is certainly no exception. In case you thought I'd only play low notes. It's hard for me to communicate what these guitars sound like if I don't make a video, and that is why I am making this one. Lovely guitar. I plan to show this at the upcoming Santa Barbara festival. I kind of made it for that. I had made the one before it that I've referred to called the Blanca. I made that guitar for that show too, but geez, I'm liking the guitar too much to sell it. This happens to me now and again. People used to say to me all the time, well, how do you sell these things? You must love them. And I would glibly say, oh no, I made them to sell them, and it's really not a problem. I can always make another. And while that's probably true, lately I've been getting attached to them. Of course, if somebody bought the Blanca, I could keep this one just as happily. People, I want to show you one more thing. People talk about the tuning with these pegs, and I just want to show you that it's just not that much of an issue. That's what it takes. Not too bad. And they all work that well. Of course, I did fit these pegs, so they are well fit. I make a lot of violins. Well, I make a few violins. And so I've had a fair bit of experience with these pegs. They work really well and they hold really well. It's a different skill set, but a person who puts in a few hours into them will have no trouble tuning this as quickly as I just did. Which is, by the way, probably considerably quicker than you could do it with machine tuners. That's what I think. Thank you for looking, and talk to you again soon.